What if the greatest mystery of our species isn't where we are going, but who we used to be? Imagine a timeline where human evolution didn't just happen, it was fast-tracked. Long before the pyramids, the ancient Sumerians suddenly emerged, seemingly out of nowhere, inventing writing, complex mathematics, city-states, and astronomy. For over 200,000 years, early hominids barely changed their stone tools. Then suddenly, boom, modern humans appear, and within a relative blink of an eye, we are landing probes on other planets. How? The popular theory, popularized by Zecharia Sitchin, claims that 450,000 years ago, bipedal giants called the Anunnaki arrived from a hidden world called Nibiru. Their atmosphere was collapsing, and they desperately needed gold to create a planetary heat shield. When their slave class, the Agigi, launched a brutal labor revolt, the Anunnaki spliced their own DNA with local hominids to create a submissive gold mining workforce, Adamu, the first man. But here is where the story gets incredibly strange, and where we have to separate the internet myths from actual ancient clay. The academic reality check is brutal. Assyriologists and astronomers reject Sitchin's work. He wasn't an archaeologist. His translations were highly creative interpretations. In the real cuneiform tablets, the word Anunnaki doesn't mean those who came from heaven, it means royal seed or royal blood. Nibiru doesn't refer to a rogue planet with a 3,600-year orbit, it translates to crossing, usually referring to a solstice, the sun, or a star. And those texts never actually mention the Anunnaki mining gold to heal their atmosphere. Yet, when you throw Sitchin's errors aside, the real ancient records become even more terrifying, and they don't point to spaceships flying away. They point down. Two ancient civilizations, writing 1,000 years apart in different languages, tell the exact same story. The Sumerian king list records 10 impossible long-ruling kings before a global flood. The biblical book of Genesis records 10 long-lived patriarchs from Adam to Noah, and the matches are impossibly precise. The seventh king in the Sumerian list, Enmeduranki, is taken up to heaven to learn the secrets of the gods. The seventh biblical patriarch, Enoch, is also taken directly to heaven by God. But while the Sumerians thanked these sky teachers, the Apkallu, for giving us civilization, the Hebrew writers of the Book of Enoch condemned them as criminals. They called them watchers, angelic rebels who descended to earth, took human wives, and taught forbidden knowledge like metallurgy, weapon making, and stargazing. And their punishment? They weren't sent back to the stars. Both the Mesopotamian and biblical traditions agree. These beings were chained, bound, and buried deep beneath the earth in the abyss. Over time, the very word Anunnaki shifted in Sumerian texts from gods of the sky to the judges of the underworld. They never left. They were locked in a subterranean prison on a time sentence. If this is just mythology, why does the physical world keep throwing us curveballs? The genetic turbo switch. In 2020, scientists at the Max Planck Institute identified the TKTL1 gene. Neanderthals and modern humans both had it, but ours differs by a single amino acid. That one microscopic change acts like a turbo switch, allowing our brains to build cognitive neurons far faster than any other species. This single genetic tweak didn't happen over millions of years of slow evolution. It suddenly appeared. The elongated skulls. In 1927, archaeologist Leonard Woolley discovered the tomb of Sumerian Queen Puabi, whose skeleton featured a massive, naturally elongated skull, a shape often used to depict the Anunnaki. When similar ancient elongated skulls were found in Paracas, Peru, genetic testing revealed Middle Eastern, Mesopotamian DNA. How did Mesopotamian royal genetics end up in the jungles of South America thousands of years ago? Planet 9. While astronomers debunked Sitchin's Nibiru, Caltech researchers in 2015 discovered mathematical proof of a massive, Neptune-sized Planet 9 lurking in a highly elliptical orbit far beyond Pluto. The ancient texts warn that the burial of these beings was never meant to be permanent. They describe a countdown clock 70 generations or 1,000 years before the seals of the abyss are finally lifted.